want to talk about how to create your dream life effortlessly. I made over $200,000 from social media, getting paid just to be me. And what I learned through all of this is it's nothing like what most people think it looks like. It's not about grinding harder or having the perfect plan. It's about getting so clear on what you actually want that the right decisions just start making themselves apparent. This video is the exact blueprint that I wish I had when I was just starting out. So most people, they know that they want success, but they've never actually defined what does success mean to them specifically. Because the thing is, like, success to a farmer might be a lot different than success to the businessman. Success to a fisherman might be a lot different than it is to a whaler. You see what I'm saying? Like, to a real estate agent, to a lawyer, to a business owner. I want you to get so specific without shame, without that voice that's telling you, hey, you can't do that or you can't have that. No, allow yourself to truly dream big and see, what do you want out of life? Do you want a rare exotic dog? Do you want to own your own horse? Do you want to travel around the world and get paid for it? Do you want to have a beautiful, luxurious rooftop? Do you want to live in one of the best apartments in your dream city? That was my desire, right? Do you want to get paid from your freaking computer on the internet, not have a boss breathing down your neck? What is it that you want? Be so freaking specific, and I want you to take it a step further and write down what your dream day in your life looks like. Break down the details. You see, that's exactly what I did. I wrote down exactly what I wanted. The amount of money so first I wrote down everything I wanted, then I saw how much money I would need to make online to live that life. But I wrote, I have a beautiful dog. I'm in one of the best apartments. I live in Los Angeles, California, an incredible neighborhood. I'm making so much money online. I get to live in luxury. I get to eat at 5-star restaurants, 4-star restaurants. I get to travel. I wrote it all down. And the thing is, I was writing this down when I had no reason why I would believe that that's possible. I was doing this when I barely had any money. I was doing this when I didn't know left from right as far as what to do. It made no logical sense, but I was specific. And it turned out to be quite accurate because I'm literally in my dream apartment in one of the best locations in Los Angeles. I have a beautiful exotic looking dog. Well, I don't know about exotic, but she's a blue Dobie. She's rare. She's stunning. And my life is just amazing. I make money online. I don't have a boss breathing down my neck. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this stuff works. Now, something else that I want to talk about is having one foot in front of the other. When a lot of people are starting business and starting to create their life, they want to just jump into it. And while you can see success quite quickly, it is important to stop trying to jump cut your business success. For example, maybe you know that you want to create some sort of, a business where, let's say, you're making $10,000 a month. And so you're so focused and pressed on that 10K that you're not focusing on building a skill that will get you there. Instead, focus on building that skill, even if it's you charging someone $200 for a one-on-one call, because that first coaching call that you get with that person, you being able to hop on a call for a real person and help them out with something, that's going to help you. That's going to help you believe in yourself and get to where you want to get to bigger and better than anything else, because you're getting real experience and you're not shooting yourself in the dark because you think that you should be charging $10,000 on day one. You see what I'm saying? Something else that I want to let you know is that the universe, God, creator, source, whatever you believe in, is going to test you. But when I say test you, I don't actually mean that, this exterior force is testing you, because I don't believe in that. But what I do believe is there's going to be times where the old version of you who's unsuccessful and is used to comfort or used to not having enough wants to take the wheel. There will be seasons where maybe nothing's working or you're trying so hard to build your business and you haven't signed a client. But that's not a sign to stop. You gotta have persistence. You gotta persevere. The only way to fail is by giving up. Failure is an illusion, you see. It doesn't exist, because the only way to fail is by giving up. So as long as you keep going, something's sure to stick. Something's sure to work, you see. So the real test is, will you continue? Will you believe in yourself and your vision that you outlined as step number 1 enough to continue, right? Very, very important. Now, here's the thing. You probably have been labeling, the low income months, or you just like putting off your business, like, oh, once I do this first, or once I get this new job, or once this, once that, or in a few days I'll do X, Y, and Z. That's not how a real business owner thinks, right? The version of you making $10,000 a month, they're not thinking that way. They're treating their business as a priority. You see what I'm saying? They're understanding that sometimes there's ups, sometimes there's downs, but they persevere anyway, because you will be in your winning season very, very, very soon. You see what I'm saying? So now I want to let you guys know the practical way that you can actually make money online and actually live your dream life. Because we know that we live in a society where you need money to do things. Money gets you freedom. Money buys you food. Money buys you experiences. Money buys you the materialistic things that you want. Might not buy you happiness, but definitely buys you, let's say a vacation with your family, and that on that vacation, you having a good time with your family can then lead you to the emotion and feeling of happiness, you see. So with that being said, I believe the best method is digital products, right? So a digital product is when you take whatever skill you know or whatever knowledge you know from your own life, and everyone has one, you package it up and you sell it on social media from your phone. It's super simple. It's something that compounds and pays you while you sleep. Because with a digital product, let's say, you want to do like a service-based business, like a photographer. You got to go to the shoot and always be pushing for more to make money. But if you're selling digital products, you could literally do it in your sleep, or in your PJs, or in your boxers, or in your thong, like in your underwear. Like, you get where I'm going with this. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, there are times where I literally close $1,000 deals and I'm literally in bed, just wipe the crust out of my eyes. So I just wanted to say that, because it's so real. And your favorite influencers are making money is just the same way. Like your favorite business owners online, I should say, right? Because influencing is a bit of a different game there. And the next thing I meant to say that I would suggest that you do to build your dream life is to surround yourself with people who want what you want, right? And I'm not saying to cut off friends, but I'm saying that you want to selectively reach out to people who are doing the thing that you want to do or have already accomplished it. Start putting yourselves in the rooms where people are successful. So for me, when I finally manifested like making real money online, I put myself in a really good apartment, and I met a lot of other people who have businesses and make money online, but I wouldn't have had that opportunity to meet people like that so easily if I didn't develop a skill that I could leverage to put myself in an apartment where other people like me now would live, right? So it starts with building that skill, and it starts with meeting people who are also on the same journey you're on. And then from there, you can pretty much buy yourself access into the right rooms, if that makes sense. So, but even before I could afford this apartment, like I literally would reach out to people on Instagram. Social media is an incredible way to make friends that are on the same journey as you, like all around the world too. Just reach out, say, hey, like I like, be genuine. Hey, I like that you're doing X, Y, and Z. I just started my business and blah, blah, blah. Do you have any tips for me? Or I would love to connect if you're open to that, or let's meet up and, grab a coffee. Like, don't hit up people with let me pick your brain nonsense. Don't do that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying meet people who are on the journey as you, around the same places where you're at, and you guys can kind of support each other through it. And you guys are probably both expanding your minds to different things too, right? So now something that I want to tell you about, right? Like a lot of people talk about like $10,000 a month, but even making $5,000 a month is most likely going to replace whatever job you have at the moment. So I always tell people, like, if 10K looks like this big grand thing in your mind, why don't you just replace the income you're making from your job now consistently, and then you can double, triple, 4x it from there, right? So that's just something that I want you to understand. And also, selling just one digital product on social media can literally make over 5K a month. Like, there's one of my digital products that's made over $37,000. And that's just one of my digital products. So that's just something that I want to throw out there. You'll be amazed at how easy it is to make like $5,000 a month with selling digital products. And now I'm not a mathematician by any means, but I believe if you sold 50 people a digital product that's $100, you'd be at 5K a month already. So super, super easy. I don't want to overwhelm you guys with numbers and different strategies. That's for a different video. But I just wanted to let you know that that's also a good milestone to go for. If you're not confident with going for bigger yet, replace your current income. Okay, that's a really good goal. Now, I also want you guys to fall in love with the journey. Now, I would hate when people would tell me fall in love with the journey, but it's like eventually those times will become the good old days where you're like, you remember when you were just like a kid with a vision and you believed in yourself and you showed up every single day, and you're gonna look back at, or you don't have to be a kid, like an early adult, middle-aged adult, older adult, whatever, but you'll remember the good old days when you believed in yourself and you took that risk on yourself and you made it work, and shit might have not been as sweet as it is today, right? Like, I know for me, like, okay, back then, like, I couldn't just go buy any coffee at any coffee shop I wanted every single day, right? And I used to budget Chipotle into my into my weeks, and now it's like that's not a thing. I just buy whatever I want. Like, if I want food, I want coffee, like, it doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying? But like, my point here is you're gonna remember those good old days. You're gonna remember them, and you're gonna look at how far you've come. So fall in love with the space between, because the dream life is not a destination. You don't get to it and you're like, okay, I'm done. Like, no, you're always gonna want more. Spirit, people always say, like, spirit inside of you is for fuller expression and expansion. So you're always gonna want more. You're always gonna want to expand yourself. You're always gonna want to have expansion. You see what I'm saying? So that's something to really keep in mind. I want you guys to understand that you can do this. So if you didn't do step number 1, as far as like creating your dream life, go into your notes app. I honestly prefer pen to paper. So go on pen to paper and go write that down in detail right now as you end this video. But before you do that, drop a comment right now and tell me what, off the top of your head, what's one of the things you would do during your dream day if you were living your dream life. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.